Hi everyone, my name is Veshaalan and I'm here to talk about what is humanitarian logistics. So I'm going to define what is first of all humanitarian logistics. It refers to the planning, coordination and management of the flow of goods, services and information to meet the needs of people affected by natural disasters, conflicts and other humanitarian crises. It involves the efficient and effective delivery of humanitarian aid to affected population, with the aim of alleviating suffering, saving lives, and promoting recovery and resilience. So, first of all, we are going to see the first key element. It's unpredictable demand. In humanitarian logistics, it refers to the dynamic and volatile nature of the demand for relief goods and services in humanitarian crises. It encompasses the challenges faced by humanitarian organizations in accurately forecasting and responding to the fluctuating needs of the affected population. The type of commodities required can also vary greatly, ranging from food and water to medical supplies and shelter materials. Additionally, the quantity and size of the required commodities are often uncertain as the scale and severity of humanitarian crises and fluctuate rapidly. The consequences of the unpredictable demand can be profound. Humanitarian organizations must be prepared to mobilize quickly and efficiently to deliver aid to affected areas, often under challenging conditions. They must establish robust supply chains that can rapidly adapt to changing demands, procure and pre-position essential relief items, and coordinate with multiple stakeholders to ensure a timely response. To mitigate the impact of the unpredictable demand, humanitarian logistic practitioners employ various strategies such as establishing pre-positioned stocks in strategic location, employing data analysis and forecasting techniques, and fostering strong and partnership and coordinating mechanism. These measures help improve response time and ensure that life-saving assistance reaches those in need as swiftly as possibly, despite the inherent uncertainties associated with unpredictable demand in humanitarian contexts. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mageshwaran and my metric number is 23 DLS 20F2028. I am from DLS 5P. Now let's see the short lead time and suddenness of demand. It's basically a timeline of delivery related to the effect on beneficiaries. Goods with long lead time run the risk by the time they are manufactured. When a product has a short time turnover window, the company run a smaller risk of the good no longer being demand by the time it is finished. So the lead timeline is short suddenness of demand for larger amount of wide variety of product and service, uh, dramatically affect inventory availability, procurement and distribution. So now let's see the high humanitarian stack. It's a branch of logistics which specializes in organizing the delivery and warehouse of the supply during natural disaster or complex emergencies to affected area or people. The main characteristic of this humanitarian logistics that can be considered as challenges can be described the concept of demand, unpredictably suddenness of demand, high stake associated with on-time delivery, a lack of resources that extend to issues such as supply, people, technology, transportation, and financing.
Hello everybody, my name is Kumanaan and my matrix number is 22 DLS 28006. And today I'm here to talk about the lack of initial resource, which also is known as scarcity of essential supplies, equipment and funding. First of all, let's have a look at the common issues that arise due to a lack of initial resource in humanitarian logistics. Insufficient funding is also known as humanitarian organizations that often rely on donations and grants to fund their operations. A lack of funding can restrict their ability to procure necessary resources such as food, water, shelter, medical supplies, and also transportation. Next is the limited infrastructure. In some disaster-prone areas or regions affected by conflicts, the infrastructure required for efficient logistics operations may be inadequate or destroyed. This lack of infrastructure can further impede the delivery of resources and the movement of humanitarian personnel. And next is let's have a look at more on to the potential strategies that can prone. First is the collaboration between humanitarian organizations or governments, local communities, and private sector entities can help to pool resources and expertise that's maximizing the impact of available resources. And last but not least is the advocacy and fundraising. Advocating for increased funding and resources for humanitarian responses is crucial. Humanitarian organizations can engage with donors, governments, and the public to raise awareness about the importance of addressing resource gaps. And now let's have a look at the terms used in humanitarian logistics of distribution. First is, what is distribution? Distribution means the process of delivering humanitarian aid and also supplies to beneficiaries or target populations. It involves the movement of goods from warehouses or distribution centers to the final destination where aid is needed. And next is the last mile distribution. The last mile distribution means the final stage of the distribution process where aid is delivered to the intended recipients, which also means often in remote or hard to reach areas. And last mile distribution requires addressing and also logistical challenges and ensuring that aid reaches the beneficiary effectively.
Hello everyone. Now I would like to talk about the terms of humanitarian logistic, which is beneficiary. So since there are a lot of benefits we can gain from this humanitarian logistic, and here are the some that I have collected. And also most of the people who directly benefit from the activities of the aid agencies, because aid agencies are the main priority for them. And also some may see these people as the customer, but other than that, the fact they are the reason for the whole enterprise and benefit is directly, and they also do not pay for the service as long as they are not technically the customer. And also appropriate, they are treated with some the same level of service, courtesy, and respect as they are paying the customer should be. Now I would like to talk about the terms of humanitarian logistic, which is donors. The donors, which means they are some individuals or organization, including governments, are providing the funds to the finance of the humanitarian effort. And also, in a very good way, in a very pure sense, they may be considered as the customer of the aid agency, and also as they are paid for the service, although other known as beneficiary benefit from the activity. And also, not last but not least, many donors have become much more demanding and inquiring when it comes to knowing what happened to the money and resources they have knowing since they provide.
Hi everyone, my name is Subbramaniam and my meeting number is 23DLS20F2036. Now I'm going to present about internally displaced person, the meaning of IDP. So the definition, internally displaced person, also known as IDP, a person of groups of person who have been forced or obligated to flee or to leave their homes or places of habitual residence. And the second point is about internally displaced person are particular as a result of or in order to avoid the effect of armed conflict, the situation of generalized violation of human rights or natural or human-made disasters, and who have not crossed an internationally reorganized order. So the next slide is extended delivery point. So the definition of extended delivery point sometimes on extended delivery because they have due to high demand we sold out faster than we have accepted. The product is however already in production in one of our factories and is accepted to be back in stock within a known time frame.